Good morning. I'm David Rose with the Natural Resources Conservation Service. Here is your conservation message for today. As a reminder, letting you know, there is a workshop coming up next week on April 17th, protecting farmland and improving water quality with structural practices. It will be held on April 17th from 9 to 4:30 at the Stearns County History Museum. It is sponsored by the Minnesota Erosion Control Association, the Minnesota Board of Water and Soil Resources, and Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District. For information on this workshop, please call our office at 320-251-7800, extension 3. The 2014 Farm Bill was signed into law on February 7th of this year, 2014, known as the Agricultural Act of 2014. The Farm Bill, the House and Senate Farm Bill negotiators described the conservation title that we work with through our office as that it consolidates 23 existing conservation programs into 13 programs while strengthening tools to protect and conserve land, water, and wildlife. By streamlining programs, the Farm Bill provides added flexibility and ensures conservation programs are working for producers in the most effective and efficient way, an approach supported by nearly 650 conservation organizations from all 50 states. The conservation title sends a clear message that congressional members see value in supporting farmers, ranchers, and non-industrial private forest landowners with their natural resources concerns. The Farm Bill continues our focus on critical resource concerns, which allows us to assist farmers, ranchers, non-industrial private forest landowners, and other land stewards with addressing the resource issues of today while having the flexibility to address emerging issues. So our Opportunities for Working Lands, the Environmental Quality Incentives Program, is our major financial assistance program. It is reauthorized to be funded at over $1 billion annually. The funding begins at over $1.3 billion in 2014, this fiscal year, and ramps up to over $1.75 billion in fiscal year 2018. The former Wildlife Habitat Incentive Program has been rolled into EQIP. However, the core mission and focus of these programs enables increased opportunities to address wildlife habitat development through EQIP. The Conservation Stewardship Program is also reauthorized to enroll 10 million acres annually. That is down from the previous Farm Bill, which authorized 12.7 million acres annually, but it still remains a substantial contributor towards improving land stewardship across the country. Across the country, we have over 60 million acres enrolled currently, and all contracts have the opportunity to be renewed for an additional 5 years if they address additional priority concerns. More information will be coming later on this summer on renewal of existing contracts. Entities that have an interest in protecting working agricultural land may participate in the Agricultural Conservation Easement Program. This was a consolidated program that combined the Farm and Ranch Lands Protection Program, the Grassland Reserve Program, and the Wetlands Reserve Program. The agricultural land easement component of the program is targeted to working agricultural lands. These easements will provide for long-term viability of the nation's food supply by preventing conversion of productive lands to non-ag use. The Conservation Reserve Program, which is administered by the Farm Service Agency, was also reauthorized through fiscal year 2018 with a few modifications. The acreage cap is on the way downward, gradually to be lowered to 24 million acres for fiscal years 2017 and 2018. The requirement to reduce rental payments under emergency haying and grazing has been eliminated. Rental payment reductions of not less than 25% are required for managed haying and grazing, and the rental payment portion of the Grassland, the former Grassland Reserve Program, has been incorporated into CRP. The Farm Bill does relink conservation compliance provisions to crop insurance premium subsidies. More information will be coming soon, and I encourage producers to visit with Farm Service Agency when they are in the office. The Wetland Reserve Easement component of the previously mentioned Agricultural Conservation Easement Program incorporates the purposes of the former Wetland Reserve Program, and it does enable USDA to protect wetlands. The expanded land eligibility of the working lands component of the ACEP enables USDA to protect grasslands. There are opportunities for beginning farmers and ranchers, historically underserved producers, and now veterans. Veterans were added into this Farm Bill. With Conservation Reserve Program, the 2014 Act does authorize a continuous transition incentive program to facilitate the transfer of land under a CRP contract from retiring farmers to beginning farmers and ranchers. It does allow conservation and land improvements during the last year of the contract. TIP now includes eligibility for military veterans who are beginning farmers and ranchers. And also under our EQIP program, the 2014 Act does maintain that authorization for beginning farmers and ranchers, along with historically underserved producers, which includes limited resource farmers and ranchers, socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers, and veterans farmers and ranchers now, to receive up to 90% of the cost for practice implementation. The Conservation Stewardship Program and EQIP also include a set-aside of 5% of the CSP acres and 5% of the EQIP funds for beginning farmers and ranchers through fiscal year 2018, and also includes a new element for veterans. The Agricultural Conservation Easement Program reduces, the 2014 Act reduces that land tenure requirement from 7 years, which was required for the former Wetland Reserve Program, to 24 months now for the new Wetlands Reserve Easement component, and also expands the opportunities for beginning farmers and ranchers. Under our financial management aspects in the Farm Bill, the NRCS Farm Bill funding has been switched from an annual funding process to a no-year funding, which does give us more flexibility to focus directly on conservation planning and a more deliberate obligation of our funds. There are a couple of new projects that are out. There is a honeybee project that has been announced this year, and the focus on the honeybee project is improving pollinator health, and it is targeted in 5 Midwestern states of Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. The critical aspects of this are that there has been a loss of forage habitat to cultivated agriculture. There's been a loss of foraging plants within the bee pastures, mainly through the indiscriminate use of broadleaf herbicides. There also has been a loss of foraging plants within those bee pastures due to either a lack of management or inappropriate management. And there has also been several reasons for honeybee mortality due to insecticides or various other honeybee diseases and whatnot that are going on. So this new project will provide guidance and support to farmers and ranchers to implement conservation practices to provide safe and diverse food sources for honeybees. The Midwestern states were chosen because from June to September, the region is the resting ground for over 65% of the commercially managed honeybees in the country. It is a critical time when bees require abundant and diverse forage across broad landscapes to build up hive strength for the winter. Applications were due on March 21st. However, I would encourage anybody interested to still talk to our office. With the new Farm Bill making adjustments as we move along, those deadlines could easily be changed. So those who are interested should certainly visit with our office. There also is a new project, the Prairie, Pothole, Wetland, and Grassland Retention Project. And Stearns County is certainly one of the counties that is part of this Prairie Pothole region. We have neighboring counties of Todd, Douglas, Pope, Candy, Ojai, and Meeker as well. More information is coming on that. The focus on this program is for pasture ground that will allow high diversity seed mixes to benefit livestock and also wildlife. So for more information on that, please contact our office as well. Our phone number, again, is 320-251-7800, extension 3. As always, contact our office for assistance addressing your natural resource concerns, and have a great day.